What's up gamers? Welcome to another build video. With the Whitestrakes Mayhem PvP event fast approaching, I wanted to release a build for players who are looking to get involved but may not be too experienced when it comes to fighting in Cyrodiil. Today I'm bringing you a Templar Tank that's easy to build, easy to play, and will keep you alive against the Zergs who will be swarming Cyrodiil for that double AP. This build has very little damage, but its main focus is being on the front lines and stalling on gates, holding points until reinforcements show up. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, here we are with a Templar Tank build. First of all, we'll show you the stats. Really low damage, but of course we're a tank, so we don't need the damage. We've got a huge health ball, 42k health, 25k stamina, 17k max magicka. In terms of attributes, I've kind of split it, health and stamina. You can go all into health, that's probably best for the tank. I just liked a little bit of extra stamina just for the, more stamina to block with and use skills and stuff. Recoveries, they look on the low side, but seeing as we are in 6 heavy, we get a lot of resources back through heavy armor. I'll show that off a bit when we look at the skills, so they're not too bad. And resistances, 25k unbuffed. We can get well over 30k with our sets and our skills, so that's no problem, and 1.7k crit resist. I'm currently an Imperial just because my Templar was an Imperial. I would probably pick Nord instead because we don't really need the reduced cost of abilities. Nord gives you more resistances and stuff, so Nord would probably be the better choice. We are going for the Lady Munderstone for increased resistances, and we are also a stage 3 Vampire for the Undeath passive. Which reduces your damage taken up to 30% based on your missing health when we are at stage 3, so that's really nice to have for a tank. And we have gone for Bewitched Sugar Skulls for the food, which gives you max health, max stam, and max magicka, and some health recovery, but that's not too handy in PvP anyway, so just max stats across the board. Okay, so talking about gear, the meat of the build, it's kind of a simple setup. It's really easy to put together, but makes you super tanky. So the first set we've gone for, of course, you've probably heard of it before, is Mara's Balm. This gives you armor, crit resist, healing taken, and then when a negative effect is removed from you, you restore 1,292 health every second. And then when you take damage and have 6 or more negative effects, you restore health, and you restore health per negative effect, and it cleanses all effects, and that can occur once every 15 seconds. So this is just a ridiculous amount of heals, and it removes negative effects from you, so you just become unkillable. Bit of a disclaimer though, this is getting nerfed next patch with Necrom. I think the only thing that's happening though is the 15-second cooldown is being doubled to 30 seconds. Even with that nerf, I still think you're going to have a hard time finding a better tanking set than Mara's Balm. There are other options, but Mara's Balm is just, it's so good. And you can, being a Templar, you can remove negative effects easily, or if the negative effects just run out, it heals you as well. So this is pretty much a must-have for a tank, even next patch, I think. So we have this on 5 body pieces: the chest, belt, feet, legs, and hands. And it's all a heavy set. So we have 5-piece Mara's Balm on the body. And then paired with that, we've gone for Battalion Defender, which gives you health, stamina, healing done, and then when you block, you heal yourself or a group member for 2,600 health every second. So with Mara's Balm healing us, and then we block and get a heal every second from this, our health is just 100% at all times. So we have this on a sword and shield, and then we have it on the jewelry. You could put it on both bars. I've gone double sword and shield, but on the back bar I've decided to go for Sword of Potatoes Potentates instead. just for the 2-piece reduced damage taken from players. The reason I've done this is I've got some heals in the back bar, so sometimes if I'm low on stamina and I can't block anymore, I can switch to the back bar, let go of blocks so I can recover some stamina, and then spam some heals, some magicka heals, and then we get the reduced damage taken from players. So it's kind of nice to, you know, not have to block at all times. You can put Battalion Defender on both bars, that would probably still work, just got to watch out for that stamina consumption. And then the last set we are going for is Bloodspawn, 2-piece monster set. That gives you stamina recovery, and then when you take damage you have a 6% chance to generate ultimate and increase your physical and spell resistance by 3,600. This is really nice because extra resistance makes us even tankier, but this paired with the ultimate we're using the sword and shield ultimate. I'll talk about that more in a bit, but it just lets us use the ultimate more and keeps us alive more because this generates ultimate, so it's really nice. So yeah, 2-piece Bloodspawn, 5-piece Mara's Balm, 5-piece Battalion Defender, and then you could do Battalion Defender on both if you wanted to, but I've gone Blessed of the Potentates. In terms of weights and traits, we have gone for 6 heavy, and then just the medium shoulder. Heavy armor, of course, gives us the most resistances, makes us the most tanky, and I've gone for mostly sturdy. I think I wanted all sturdy with 1 reinforced chest piece. I just have 1 divine legs just because I ran out of transmute crystals because I make too many builds. So I would go all sturdy for the reduced block cost. It just means you can keep your block up at all times. That's really nice. Yeah, 6 heavy, 1 medium, and we've gone 3 healthy on the jewelry, and I've gone 2 mag recovery and a stam recovery because we don't really need damage, so having a little bit of recovery is nice just in case you need to use skills. And then we've gone for a powered sword and a sturdy shield as well, and a defending sword and an impen shield on the back bar because we weren't blocking on that one. So yeah, that's all the gear. Health enchants across the board as well, gets you a nice giant health pool. Okay, so let's talk about skills. On the front bar, the first skill I have might be a bit weird for a tank, but I'm using Reverberating Bash. I like this just because I like to have a little bit of damage, and having a stun is very useful as well. So if you don't know what this does, you strike enemies with your shield, doing physical damage, and then it stuns them as well, and it's considered a bash. So the reason this is useful is stunning people when they're attacking you. To be honest, it reduces the amount of incoming damage, so it's really nice. But I also, with this build, I'm kind of hanging around underneath oil pots a lot. So if I can stun the enemy as they're getting oiled on and stuff like that, it's really useful. So plus it's just nice to be able to attack an enemy and not just be a complete 100% tank who can't do anything back, right? So, don't spam this too much though, because you do need your stamina for blocking, so just be a bit wary of that. Defensive stance. This gains a damage shield that absorbs damage for 6 seconds, and it reflects the next harmful direct damage projectile cast at you, and it also increases the amount of damage you can block and reduces the cost of blocking, so it's really nice to have slotted. Living Dark. Envelop yourself in a lightless sphere for 12 seconds to protect yourself. Anytime you take direct damage, the sphere lashes back at the attacker, so it reduces their movement speed, and it heals you. So this is really nice. We just pop this and then block, and we start healing. Lingering Flare, we don't use this at all. This is literally just here for the slottable, because while slotted you gain major protection, so that's 10% reduced damage. And I've gone for Elusive Mist. This is our get out of jail free card. If we don't have the stamina to block, we can literally just use this. We'll dash forward invisible, gain major protection and major invasion. That makes us tankier and harder to hit, and it's good. It's just a good panic button. And then the ultimate we're going for is Spell Wall. Reinforce your shield, allowing you to automatically block all attacks at no cost and reflect all projectiles. This is great for this Templar tank because of Battalion Defender. So we will pop this, it will block all attacks, and then every second we'll just automatically heal up for 2,000 health. So it's really nice if you're You're almost dead, you just pop the sword and shield and you just watch your health fly up with both Battalion Defender and Mara's Balm. And it's not that expensive either, it only costs 132 ultimate, and with Bloodspawn generating ultimate, and of course that's throwing light attacks and stuff out and generating ultimate, we get this really often, so we can keep this up a lot of the time. So it's really nice. And then on the back bar, we have Restoring Focus. This is our major resolve buff to give us more resistances, and it gives us stamina recovery and a heal if we stay within the rune. Back bar, we also have defensive stance, so we have this slotted on both bars for the block mitigation and stuff, so that's really good. Extended Ritual, this cleanses harmful effects from you, so that's good with Mara's Balm. And it gives us a heal every 2 seconds, which is really nice, and allies get some benefit out of it as well. We've double slotted Lingering Flare as well, so both Lingering Flare and Defensive Stance are both slotted for the major protection. And then Panic, Honor the Dead. This is our panic heal if we need it. Just gives us a big chunk of health back. And then we've gone for the Swarming Scion. The Vampire Ultimate, you're pretty much unkillable when you're in this. I don't really use it too often, but you know, some situations call for it. So yeah, those are the skills. There's not really much to show off in terms of skills, besides just kind of, you know, keeping your block up and healing and stunning. So instead, I'll show you a clip of what it's like to be a tank inside Cyrodiil. Oh my god. There are so many. I think every yellow in the campaign's it. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! So there we go. The last thing we really need to go over is champion points. The green tree. We all know the green tree. Just grab Break Fall for the reduced fall damage, and then, you know, whatever you want from here. The extra out combat movement speed is always useful, but nothing in here is going to help you too much in fights. In the blue tree, the first one I've gone for is a bit of a weird one. I've gone for Salve of Renewal. Whenever you remove a harmful effect from yourself or an ally, which we do a lot, you sanctify the ground beneath them and heal them and allies within 8 meters for 1,000 per stage. This effect can occur once every 10 seconds, so 6,400 health when you cure a harmful effect. So that's great with Mara's Balm and everything we got going on. Ironclad, reduced direct damage, 6% damage reduction just across the board, that's really nice. Duelist Rebuff, reduces your damage from single target attacks, so another 6% damage reduction. And Focus Mending, which increases healing done by 10%. Then in the red tree, we're going Boundless Vitality for the extra health. Soothing Shield, whenever you successfully block an attack, you have a 15% chance to restore 735 health, and seeing as we're blocking a lot, that's a lot of health returned. Pain's Refuge, reducing your damage taken by 2% with negative effects on you. I probably could change this because we cure so many negative effects. To be honest, every PvP build I just kind of have this on automatically. I probably would change this to maybe... it's a Bracing Anchor. While in combat, increases the amount of damage you can block by 4%, but reduces your movement speed. I purposely didn't do this because I didn't want to reduce movement speed, but you know, it's probably more beneficial than Pain's Refuge, to be honest. And Fortified, increasing our armor. So there you go. This is a Templar Tank. Yeah, you get a lot of survivability, as you can probably tell, and it's really fun just being on the front lines. You know, you're the first through a keep door. You're just always fighting on the forefront, and it's really fun to do. There you go. Hope you enjoyed. And that's the build. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have fun using this Templar Tank during the Whitestrakes Mayhem event. I'll be live on Twitch at twitch.tv/KyloByte all through the event, so be sure to come check out the stream and join in on some gaming. Don't forget to leave a like and hit the subscribe button right here if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching everyone, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.